Hey guys, this is a wild story that I've never told anyone in full detail before, but it's something that's haunted me for years. It's about a family vacation home in Colorado, an eerie encounter, and a ski trip that turned into something out of a thriller. Grab some popcorn because you're in for a ride. So let me set the scene. My family has this vacation home in Colorado. My parents are avid skiers. That's the reason they bought the place in the first place. It's been in the family for as long as I can remember, even before I was born. Now, the place is over 40 years old, and, well, it's definitely showing its age. My dad's spent years trying to keep it in shape, but we all know it's on its last leg. He talks about tearing it down and building something new, but that's not really my decision to make. This story goes way back, though. It happened when I was 8, and my brother Josh was 11. We were up there during a massive blizzard. The snow was coming down so heavily, it was like the world was completely blanketed. My brother and I were, of course, out in it, playing snowball fights, building forts, just your usual kid stuff. Our property was huge, surrounded by woods, a dead-end road leading to other large properties, perfect for games like hide and seek. Josh and I were in the middle of a snowball fight with our own custom rules. We built 2 forts and, for the game's twist, had to steal a giant snowball from each other's base. Josh chose a neighboring property to build his fort. Now, the strange thing is, no one ever seemed to be there. We'd play there all the time, no one ever around. I'm talking about building walls, setting up the snowball behind them. The works. We were kids, so we just went with the flow. Now, this is where things start to get creepy. Josh ran down the road, disappearing behind some trees, and was supposed to whistle when he was ready. I waited and waited. I figured I couldn't hear him because of the blizzard, so I decided to go find him. The road was the safer option, so I trudged through the snow, all bundled up. When I reached the neighbor's driveway, I couldn't see Josh anywhere. But I did see his fort, so I figured he'd just be around somewhere. But then I heard a woman's voice. She called out, "Excuse me, are you looking for your brother?" It was the neighbor, or so I thought. I told her we were playing a game, and she responded with something I'll never forget. "Your brother isn't here." I was confused. "What do you mean, he's not here?" I looked up at the house, and that's when things got really weird. There was someone in one of the upstairs windows, with their face partially covered by a beanie. I thought it was Josh. Then I noticed something else. Footprints leading to the front door. They had to be Josh's. The woman gave me this unsettling smile and waved me inside. I froze. I don't know why, but something in my gut told me, no. Don't go in. That's when I screamed for Josh, but there was no answer. Her smile faded, and I noticed the footprints. They were reversed, leading back into the woods. Just then I heard footsteps from inside, heavy, like someone was coming down the stairs. Without thinking, I turned and bolted, running as fast as I could. The woman screamed something I couldn't understand, but I wasn't stopping. I ran back to our property, and just as I reached the driveway, I heard my dad's whistle. He was already coming to find me. When I caught up with my dad and Josh, I tried to explain what had happened, but Josh interrupted. He said people had been in the neighbor's house, trying to get him to come inside, just like what happened to me. My dad didn't waste any time. He grabbed a weapon and went down to the house. But when he got there, the front door was locked. No one answered. He went to a different neighbor's house to get them to call the owners. Here's the chilling part. The owners weren't supposed to be there that weekend. The house was empty. The police were called and they investigated the house. They found nothing. No one was there. Fast forward 15 years. I'm now 21, a senior in college, and we're on a ski trip to Vermont. It's a tradition, skiing with friends. We were having a blast until we met these two girls, Taylor and Devon. They were stunning. I mean, seriously, they were drop-dead gorgeous. They approached us, introduced themselves, and we hit it off. They offered us a drink from an unmarked bottle. Things were good, maybe a little too good. Devon, the more experienced skier of the two, suggested we check out a trail called Devil's Forest. I had never heard of it, but it sounded interesting. But here's the thing. It wasn't accessible from the lifts. We had to walk uphill to get to it, which was unusual. As we walked, Jaden started to get uneasy. I felt the same way. Something didn't sit right with me. These girls were just too perfect. They offered us the bottle again, but I couldn't help but notice they never drank. They never standing. My heart was racing. What had they done? I don't know what happened that day. I still don't know who those girls were or what they were up to. But I do know this. We were lucky. If we hadn't been cautious, we could have ended up like Ryland and Jaden, out cold in the snow. After that, I never went near that trail again, and I've been more cautious about who I trust ever since. So, to this day, the question remains, what was that? If you liked the story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts. Have you ever had a strange encounter like this? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.